Mozgov, he's checked in for Verejao. Love comes in for Tristan Thompson. And Jones subbed in for LeBron. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time. Two-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Westbrook missing again.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
It's been a difference maker for them in this game. That's what's put them in front.
On the wing, Jones. There's the triple.
Fans, you gotta get loud. Come on.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. You have to like what we're seeing from J.R. Smith.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. You have to like what we're seeing from J.R. Smith.
Yeah, you just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
Thompson down low with Mozgov. Smith is out there with Mo Williams. And it's Jefferson in at the three, the small forward. That's the group starting the second half for David Blatt. Durant with it. Now defended by Mozgov. Augustine dishes to Collison. And that one's good. Collison's got his first 2 points of the night.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Smith, no luck.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
Well, you look back on the Thunder last season, and the theme was injuries. Too many injuries to the bulk of their core.
And, you know, the big three, Durant, Westbrook, and Ibaka, all missed significant time. Only Westbrook of those three was able to finish the season.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And listen, those injuries really did the Thunder in. I mean, at no time during the season did they ever really get a chance to gel and play any stretch of games with their entire roster.
James checked in for Mo Williams. And then for Oklahoma City, Singler, he's checked in for Dion Waiters. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Augustine.
You know, every franchise will have a year that is just lost to injuries. I mean, it happens. The hard part of it for the Thunder is that it's...
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying hard to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure. Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
That is good. That's now 8 points for LeBron.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
And it's blocked. And they get it back. Jefferson, that's for 2. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. They get Russell Westbrook. Cleveland shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Taking 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
And it seems every season we see a player try and play through an injury. Sometimes it provides a boost with heroics, but it can lead to serious damage long term. It's a common practice we see, and some guys are pretty cavalier about it.
Singler for 3. And the basket good. Singler's got it back down to within single digits for the Thunder. Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Not surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they were bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being, as we saw.
Well, you know, they were kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half of the season. Made some changes, though, through trade, and that got them going, I think.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And those midseason trades for the Cavs really turned things around. Mozgov came in, J.R. Smith and Shumpert secured that 2 spot, gave this team an incredible edge defensively.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
Yeah, and you know, they built the roster to how they played best midseason. I mean, it was a great job, I think, by the front office to get the players that fit best into the locker room and into the team style of play.
And so here's Cleveland. They've held a 12-point lead early. James against Westbrook. LeBron outside. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Steven Adams did not like that at all.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Here's Smith. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Time call here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs. Swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way, and that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
.104 left to play here in the third.
No denying it, injuries were a big part of the storyline in the Cavs postseason. Fortunately, LeBron James was otherworldly after the first round. Took care of the Bulls, then went on to sweep the Hawks to get back to the finals.
6 on the shot clock. For 3, Durant. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Fellas, he just is struggling to get anything going. Right now, his shooting percentage in the quarter, 20%.
And James gets it to go.
And for the Cavs last season, their toughest test would be in the finals against the Warriors. Like every other team, they just couldn't handle the Warriors for a full series. A great run to the finals, and surely they'll want to return there this season.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Three-pointer. That's good. LeBron's got 17 now. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Cavaliers on top, ending the third quarter with a big 11-3 run. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. So for Oklahoma City right now, Durant the 3 and Ibaka the 4. DJ Augustine out there with Dion Waiters. And it's Cantor in the center position.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number one, this game is out of hand.
Exactly, Clark. Their lead is not surprising given their advantage on the backdoor.
Thunder trailing by 15. Augustine passes to Durant. There's the 3.
Kevin Durant.
And good on the basket. Cooking.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster.
It's stolen by Jefferson. And LeBron throws it down hard. Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special.
My goodness, that was almost a circus-like dunk.
They get the rebound. Ibaka.